Moon outside this evening. Got in a couple of pictures. Want to thank folks for sending them. But the one that I really liked was this one out at the boat launch in Mandeville from our former photojournalist, legendary Brian Lucas, sending this in. Gorgeous out there. And we do have mostly clear skies outside this evening to enjoy that. Temperature-wise, pretty typical for mid to almost late June now. Right now at the moment, good visibility out over downtown with a temperature of 83 degrees. Dew point still in the 70s, so we still have a little bit of a heat index, making it feel a little bit worse than it actually is. But hey, that's June in New Orleans. 70s and low 80s on the map right now, and dew points in the 70s. Still a little bit of a heat index. The heat index, though, will be really coming into play in the coming days as our temperatures will be in the mid some upper 90s. Dew points don't look like they're going to change a whole lot. The only thing that sometimes is kind of a wild card is with this high pressure building in this upper ridge. Sometimes that can bring in some drier air. Maybe it lowers the dew points a bit. Model's not going real dramatic on a change in dew point, so I think the humidity is still going to be a big factor, or the heat index will still be a big factor in the coming days. Lighter winds, so we finally have seen those stronger easterly winds finally subside. You can really see the motion on water vapor here of that upper high. That had sent temperatures well into the mid some upper 90s, even as far north as the Ohio Valley and toward the Great Lakes. At times they were hotter than we were, and it is all because of this upper ridging. That's going to be our player for the rest of this weekend and into early next week, so for the next 5 days at least. As we head into early next week, the center of the high kind of shifts off to the west, but we do get this little extension that will keep us hot and mostly dry. As we head later into the week, the upper high really starts to shift toward the west, and this upper troughing looks like it brings down a little what we call a short wave disturbance. That may be enough to help trigger a few more scattered showers and thunderstorms as we head into the end of the week, but then it looks like upper high kind of builds back into the area. This is a heat risk outlook. It takes a number of things into account. One being the heat index, or the humidity, the extension or the extent of how long you're in those hot temperatures, how high you are above normal. And notice we start to see some major to extreme concerns for folks being outdoors for any length of time going into early next week. So just use caution if you have to be outdoors. At least we will be dry, and there really is no signs of this heat going anywhere anytime soon, obviously in the summer, but continuing through the start of July, high likelihood of our temperatures remaining above normal. In other words, doesn't look like a whole lot of rainfall as we wrap up June and head into July. Only we're able to squeeze out a few showers during the day today, and can't rule out any rainfall, just with plenty of Gulf moisture. With that upper high, though, sitting over us, shower activity is really going to be hard to come by because you're not going to get that vertical growth in the clouds to produce even some light showers. Two areas that we've been talking about over the last several days for possible development. The one that is moving now into the Bay of Campeche has actually been fairly well forecasted. Models were sniffing this out even as we were waiting for Alberto to form. The one that is just off of the east coast right now, you can see a clear little spin there. What you don't see, though, are any thunderstorms. So kind of interesting that the Hurricane Center is even monitoring this for potential development, unless they think it's going to stay out over the open water. As soon as that gets onto land, that is it. The other feature, though, we may be talking about this weekend is the one that is starting to move into the Bay of Campeche. You certainly see thunderstorm development, nothing organized yet. Possibility of something forming there, but again, with that upper high building in, it's not coming anywhere near us. Temperatures into the lower mid, maybe some spotty upper 90s into the coming days, into the weekend especially, or by the end of the weekend and early next week especially, and then rain chances start to return late next week.